Alright, so now we're in episode 35 of LEGO Marvel Avengers, and this is where apologies are indeed in order. Because I suggested to you that we jump straight to the Hulk and Hulkbuster fight. And I kind of forgot about this mid part, so that this level does in fact have 3 sections, like all the other levels do. So here we are as Black Widow back in her past, you know, at this weird spy training school, I guess. And what you need to do here is, obviously we need to find something to move the story on. Now there's more places you can get to in free play.
What breaks them? Only the breakable ones.
Right, so getting too close to the area where they're practicing opened up these 3 targets. We knock those down. And now we move on to the Captain America dream sequence.
Are you ready for our
So here's Cap on one side, and there's Peggy Carter on the other in the end of the war that didn't happen.
Face front. This looks like
now note that Peggy Carter is set up as your second player here. I bring that up because in free play, when your character will probably not be Peggy Carter coming into this scene, you will get to see the 2 characters that you have approach each other to dance, only for them to turn to Cap and Peggy at the last minute in order to progress the story. And lost the B button to activate this little dance number. You saw it a second ago, but I really needed to hit it just then. There it is. And so there go Cap and Peggy for about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so. And then, of course, everybody disappears on him. And that sends us to the other dream sequence.
Is it him? Is that
the one regarding Thor. And basically all this stuff has told me that I just haven't seen the movie Age of Ultron often enough. I've seen it once in theaters to this point. And it was released, amazingly enough, last year. It just seems almost like a whole Marvel lifetime ago, considering that, you know, Civil War is out now, or Civil War was out in May. I don't know if it's still out in any place. And then but these dream sequences, I don't remember certain elements of these. Like the whole Thor just sort of going crazy with his lightning and Heimdall just sort of lounging at him. I don't really remember that.
Not a fan.
And then, of course, she goes after Hawkeye and
Yeah, you better run.
fails to get him.
I'm alright.
But that's actually the deeper part of Hawkeye's character. Hawkeye is the only real grounded character on the Avengers team. So he doesn't have anything for you to really attack if you were to attack his mind.
Of course not. I'm already there. You'll catch on. But first, you might need to catch Dr. Banner.
But then we get the setup. You know, Scarlet Witch gets inside Banner's head, and of course, you do that and you unleash a huge problem.
The whole team's down.
And now it's up to Tony starts to take Bruce down, and so we activate the Veronica satellite.
That witch is messing with your mind. You're stronger than her. You're Bruce Banner. Right. Don't mention puny Banner.
Now, this is interesting because what we're looking at here is a combination. You actually play as Tony part of the time, but the rest of the time you play as the Veronica satellite operating from space, using its various defense functions. So right now we're going to be in a set of real-time, QuickTime, real-time attacks, because these attacks don't take place ordinarily in real time. They take place in their own fake time, something of that nature. No, this is sorry, these are QuickTime events. I'm not really sure if I don't think they're any more effective depending on how quick. I mean, you want to hit the buttons quick, but I don't think they're any more effective as far as how quickly press the buttons. So the game will signal you to change to the Veronica satellite, and then it will give you something to do. The only thing the Veronica satellite doesn't tell you to do is the warn civilians option. That you have to do in free play, and you have to realize you have to do it, because there's a mini kit you can't get without warning all the civilians. Alright, so now we're in another QuickTime event. I'm not necessarily sure I agree with how they handled doing the Hulkbuster suit in this particular game. I thought the one in the first LEGO Marvel Superheroes game was more natural. Looked more cohesive. It looked more like a suit, really. This just looks like a mech, which is probably what it is. There are 3 Hulkbuster suits like this in the game. There's this one, which I guess technically is the Mark 44 Iron Man suit. And then Squirrel Girl has her own version of the Hulkbuster. I'm not really sure what happened to the Hulk there. I think he got caught on something. Right, so now what we need to do is we need to use Veronica to fix the Hulkbuster suit. Now I wasn't sure what they were telling me to do at first, so I was trying to target the Hulk, which is not what I'm supposed to be doing at all. I'm supposed to be targeting the Hulkbuster suit. Repairing the Hulk, not going to get me very far. There it is. You see we're missing an arm here, now we got that arm back. So now we're back into the QuickTime stuff. There's nothing particularly, I mean, because the QuickTime event battle sequences are so repetitive, there's nothing particularly interesting to talk about here. Alright, so now Hulk is up there. And once again, we're supposed to switch to the Veronica satellite. I have all the studs for True Avenger at this point. I guess I'm just... Actually, I know what's going on here. At this point... I was trying to figure out what to do next. So then I realized that it's Veronica time. So I start hitting the poison gas. But I'm not targeting the Hulk, I'm targeting Tony. Which may solve one problem, but it's not really the point. Gas doesn't really have any effect on the Hulkbuster suit. Alright, so the Hulk moved. And amazingly, he threw a boulder at me. We're just going to keep pelting him with gas until he submits. Is basically how this part of the process works. Okay, it's telling us to switch back to the Hulkbuster. So I'm guessing we've subdued him to a certain extent. But hey, you never have too much poison gas, right?
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Alright, so then we
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to
do
sleep.
one more set of punches. We give the Hulk his teddy bear.
Okay, pal, we're gonna get you out of town. Not that way, not that way.
And then we get in. You know, we're actually done. The cutscene will play itself out from here.
I'm sorry.
So, next time, we will be moving on to try to stop Ultron from creating his ultimate form through the technology of Dr. Helen Cho in Korea. And so I will see you then.
Excelsior!
Stay in stealth mode.